Hey there, fellow engineers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Garrison. Episode 44. Getting a little too hot in here. Does anyone know if you still have a Lux quarter if you have a medical bed? Or is that like ceased to be Lux? So in either case, we finished with the flooring here. So let's go ahead and take a little nap before we start hallucinating and then imagining us dying or something. And I think for these floors, I'm going to put them on the ground as well, because I want the dolly to have maximum amount of space for the walls once we do the walls next. So it is 7:30 in the morning. Roster. Schedule a bunch of sleep. Wait to fall asleep and then advance time. Oh, actually, no. Let's double check that we are... Our cross velocity and relative velocity to K-leg is 0.8 and 3 meters per second, which is like walking speed. So we're essentially walking away from K-leg, meaning we're not moving fast away from it. I don't have to readjust. That's what I was checking. I didn't want to be drifting away. All right, sleeps. Perfect. Collision imminent. Apparently, what is 10,000 seconds? 10,000 seconds is 2.5 hours? Fine, I'll adjust. No, don't restore. Stop. I don't, or whatever, restore. Alright, apparently we're moving towards it. So, if we want to rectify the situation, what I need to do is I need to engage the tow brace. Because I don't want to, I don't want to disengage from the derelict I'm attached to. So let's reschedule work. It doesn't really matter. God, I'm queuing up so many, like, accidental tasks everywhere. Just, like, fat fingering everything. Tow brace. Secure. Okay, so now we're locked on to the other derelict, so we're not going to drift apart. And then click on K-leg. So now, as far as I can tell, we're moving away from it. Actually, let me get bearings on it. So technically, K-leg and Ganymede aren't the same. Or Ganymede, whatever you want to call it. But like 7 meters per second moving away, maybe that should work. Yeah, the game won't allow you to match with Ganymede. Exactly. So I'm just like trying to roughly estimate a safe drift away from Ganymede so that I don't drift into it. You have bad pilot skills. Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. So what's weird is like if you look at the if you look at the approach here, it's like 58 kilometers, 56 kilometers, 37. It's like all of a sudden we jolt towards it really hard or something. As long as the game says I won't die, I don't care, but it is weird that it was like very all of a sudden we were slated to like collide or something. Alright, so we're not super well rested. We're adequately rested. But that will do for now. Let's go ahead and eat the vendor food. And then drink some water and get back to work. I'd also like to know where I am mapping-wise, compared to, like, you know, just good to know for, like, slamming into it or something. Drink. Drink. I drink so much that I'm searching for intimacy. He really took a tall glass of water to heart. Alright, so since we slept, we drifted far away. I don't know what the game was talking about that I was, like, going to slam, but I do see 2 new derelicts that we can check out at some point. So, clicking on K-Leg, I'm going to, push us back towards it. But, like, not super fast. Like a slow drift towards it. Our ETA is like 8 hours, and then at some point I'll slow down. I'll just have to remember to slow down. Oh yeah, the side of around the moon. But the thing is, it wasn't like a recalculation as we were, or well, never mind, it doesn't matter. All right, tools. Drill's fine. Torch is fine. Okay, we're good. All right. So now let's grab Miss Dolly. And start installing walls. So we'll start with the... We'll have 3 walls to put in, and then we'll go get more. And then I'll do the conduit last. And just pray that I don't, like, jettison my dolly to deep space. Been there, done that. It's kind of what I do. Okay, I like this view. So let's turn on tasks and placeholders. Orders. Wall. Uninstall. As far as I could tell, like, all of these walls seem to be in relatively good condition, so I don't think there's going to be any, like, smashed ones that we should avoid or anything like that. It's nice that you can automatically eat and drink with the new updates when you get really hungry and thirsty. Yeah, that's more nice when you have, like, crew, because once upon a time your crew would, like, do dumb things, like work themselves to death, or treadmill themselves to death, or, be in a hot room that, like, kills them but not leave. Like, they were just lemmings. Of course, lemmings is a misnomer as well, because they aren't suicidal, but still. They acted moronically and got themselves killed. But they have fixed a lot of those problems, which is nice. Now, there isn't, unlike other games, there isn't, like, a food allowance. So the only issue is if you have certain foods that you want to save or whatever, like, your character doesn't abide by any of that, which would be nice if that could be done. You can kind of sort of do it by like zoning, to have certain foods zoned away from the character's permissioned area. But I wish there was a slightly easier way to control, like, what you ate. You know, I don't want, for instance, my character to go eat, like, raw meat and then complain about it, and it's like, I didn't tell you to eat that, you just automatically ate it. That's sort of the concern I had. So you have 16 more floors. Got it. Or walls, whatever they are. Not so AI, yeah. Artificial stupidity. I must say, this Derelict has really treated me nicely. I have taken so much from this thing. So there's a few doors left. There's like 2, 3... It has all the doors I would need. I guess I haven't given the space burials to those guys. I probably owe it to them at this point. But it has all the doors I need still. And then certainly the whole thing is basically nearly all mobile light for walls and the like. Now the other thing, well, actually, never mind. I was going to say I didn't need to grab all the mobile light, because these are, because I would strip up these walls, but these walls are Ryoko walls. They're not mobile light walls, so I don't even want them. So to finish the side, we need, I think, 5. And that's exactly what I got. Perfect. And then we'll do the other side. If we end up fully venting our ship, it's not a problem, because I still need to top up. Like, I don't think we have any food on the ship. So I still need to top up my food and water at port. So venting all the ox gas that's in our ship is really not a problem. Well, we wouldn't vent at all. I would close the necessary zones. What are we working towards? You know, I honestly should update the priority. That's kind of on me. So let me do that as I work. We're finding coolers for the reactor, building wellness, rec room, and galley. So it's above my head now. I apologize for that. And that would be all of the only other rooms that I'd be missing at that point are passenger rooms and cargo rooms for the most part. So there's a reactor room, which we have, a closed bridge, which we have, a towing room, which, like, I don't have. I have, like, an air... Well, actually, our airlock might be a... Yo, shut up, Naomi. God, so annoying. Our airlock might actually be a towing room now, because it technically is one. Engineering room, which we have. We're working on wellness, rec, and galley. We have a Lux quarters, we have a bathroom. And then the only other things we don't have is, like, a cargo room or gas room. But, I mean, you don't need to make a cargo room. Like, cargo room serve no purpose. Not really. It's not high up on my list of things to care about. Hang on. Do I need to care? We actually came really close to frack. But there is a derelict next to us that we've never been to. I might take a break from this to pop over to see if they have, like, coolers and stuff. I'll do that in just a moment. I'll install these 16 and then be done, take a break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, it doesn't really make sense to... Where are you going? No, oh, you're finishing the uninstall. It doesn't really make sense to disembark from this ship until we take the doors. And then I'm kind of, like, done with it. Oh, and conduit. I guess I'll stay until I'm done with the new room zones. And then we'll go to that derelict. I do see that my O2 stocks are low, but they're workable. So yeah, what we're adding to the ship is, like, all the other amenities that would be nice to have to make this, like, livable and comfortable, so that I don't have to return to K-Leg for really anything. Slowly becoming more and more self-sufficient. Food, of course, like, there's no such thing as, like, hydroponic planters or anything like that. There is something that's sort of close, but it doesn't scale up. It's not enough to have you subsist on. So we're missing, how many tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, did my visor view get screwed up? No? This is weird. I'm like clicking, but it's not getting painted. Eric the Hermit. Someone in YouTube comments... God, I wish I remembered all the names. But someone in YouTube comments actually proposed a Hermit challenge run. Which, you know, I don't think I'm going to be up for another run of Ostranauts for a while until the more content's added. But the Hermit run would be like to never go to K-Leg, to only salvage, which would be pretty cool. The annoying part with that, for that, would be dealing with like police constantly breathing down your neck for not having licenses. But, you know, whatever. Okay, next up, Conduit. I don't want jump cables, so we'll just try to be choosy about the cables we grab. Probably don't need to be lugging around dolly wood for this. It could go in my backpack fine, but whatever. The other thing that would be nice is if there was like an uninstall and pick up command, like a combined command, so I didn't have to play like, you know, like a clicker game, mini game as a result of all these tasks, because it just doesn't feel that necessary to me to be like, yes, and pick that one up, and yes, this one's too. Why are you repairing? Install. There we go. If you find enough food on the wrecks, it's not a problem. Yeah, you could definitely find enough food and water on the wrecks. The challenge with a hermit run would be power, because you don't tend to find a lot of batteries on wrecks that have a lot of charge. So you'd have to run... a hermit challenge is mostly like a speed run to get fusion. Because installing like a bajillion different batteries and running them out of power. And the other thing that you can't do is you can't transfer power from one battery to another, which would be useful. Because if you could like send all the power from like 10 batteries into one battery, you could really lighten your load, so you're only drawing off one battery. So what you would have to do for like a hermit run is to have you know, a whole bunch of different batteries like powered up at once, or to know that you're gonna like run out of power randomly as you exhaust one battery and into the next, so on and so forth. All right, so at this point we now have all the cabling installed. Next task is to drop the dolly and to grab doors. But before we do that, let's go slow down our burn to K-Leg, because... Well, actually, we're really not moving towards K-Leg all that much at all. Like, barely at anything. But I'll slow down anyway. I'll try to, like, functionally stop. There. We're moving away, like, let's say 0.5 meters per second or something. That's fine. Alright, let's grab the doors. Uninstall. If I'm not mistaken, doors don't fit in dollies, right? Like, dollies are 4x4 and a door is a 5. So you have to drag them. And then we're going to want to blow out some of the walls, but I'll have all the doors ready before we do that. Before we lose pressure in our ship. Actually, we wouldn't lose pressure, we'd repressurize because it's still airtight. It's just a larger volume. One could rid batteries to individual switches, maybe? Yeah, the issue, of course, would be like just the weight of having a bunch of different batteries that you're drawing from. Because batteries, I mean, they're not super heavy, but like you probably don't want to have like an array of batteries to power a small ship, because then that small ship becomes a lot less fuel efficient. At least that's my thinking. We should also grab the fridge, shan't we? Because I don't have a fridge. So let's nab ourselves a refrigerator before we leave. And I think that's probably all that we want. That's left out here. Because like the thrusters, I don't really care for. Well, pumps would be nice, but pumps are like everywhere. I don't really need to get pumps right now. Okay, O2 stocks are a problem. So let's switch the bottles up. What? I switched the bottle. Maybe I have to take my helmet off for it to reset. No, my O2 stock is great, game. This thing is 17,000 kPa. It's telling me it's 15%, like it's 5k, 1,000, whatever. Alright, let's get out of this view. So, the heater is going to need to move, and the battery is going to need to move. I took a fridge last time. I thought, yeah, I did. It's right there. Actually, we need 2 fridges anyway. So if we go over to the ship requirement, the wellness room can use a fridge. The rec room can use a fridge, or needs a fridge, and the galley needs a fridge. So I actually needed 2 fridges, one for the galley, one for the rec room. So what I can try to do is have the rec room have a fridge that has like sake in it, and then have the galley have a fridge that has, you know, water in it. Not unreasonable, I don't think. Yeah, the O2 stocks are really not resetting. Well, I don't care. Alright, just moving the heater slightly out of the way. What about turbo pumps? I'm not going to worry about them right now either. Things that are really common, like pumps, I can wait until the rest of the room is done. And in fact, for some of the rooms, the Lux quarters cannot have canisters. I guess the other rooms can, though. Shoot. I'll put... No, I can't put batteries there. I'll put one here. Honestly, we don't need that much batteries if we have just like a permanently running fusion reactor. Like one battery that we charge up and one battery that is like for backup is enough. I'm not bothering to make those changes at the moment though. Oh, I'm switching with the pouch, not the suit. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. That explains everything. I'm just stupid. When in doubt, I'm stupid. Is like, that will be my go-to from now on. Okay. There we go. I'll probably want my helmet on for this, because pressure is going to drop dramatically. So we are installing doors. Let's go to one of the visor overlays. And orders. Uninstall. We're going to do walls. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the thinking is I'll probably install like a wall like this where a treadmill will go. So like one of the rec room on one side, and then we'll have a galleon and a wellness room. So the wellness room doesn't need its own wall connected to the ship itself. In other words. So there'll be a door here, I think. I love how the ship's like, oh my god, volume, what are you doing? It is pretty hot. We're gonna want to find that cooler sooner or later. It's, oh boy! Oh, okay, it's hot. It's hot. Roger that. Can someone translate 316 Kelvin to Fahrenheit for me? My primate brain don't do it so good. Does the kitchen need its own sink? I don't believe so. $109 Fahrenheit? Yeah, that's like not pleasant. So, Operation Frickin' Fine Coolers. High up on my priority list. Before Eric becomes Eric Flambe. Alright, that needs 2 more conduit. I think what we'll do, orders, uninstall, conduit, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Because conduit running through doors kind of looks ugly when you have the doors forced open. What are you working on, man? You're restoring the door? Like, cool, but that's not what I wanted you to do. Cheers. I think I clicked the wrong conduits on the other side, but yeah, whatever. I'll fix it. You keep running everywhere. This one is open. No, open. Okay. Now, there's really nothing that says I can't just, like, turn off the fusion reactor for a bit so that I don't, burn. So let's go do that before this becomes, like, a bigger problem. So, off. When in doubt, off. Alright, put it on battery. Core purge rough. And lower the core pressure. And this is just so that it's ready to turn back on next time. So that if I desperately need power quickly... Actually, core purge turbo. TRB is turbo. RGH is rough. So I'm like turbo evacuating the core pressure. The remaining like unfired, you know, whatever. All right, core pressure purge off, power off. All right. So now we don't have something that is adding heat constantly to our ship so that it can cool down. I am sure the cooler is working overtime. Let's double check that it is controlled. So it wants to stay between 290 and 300 Kelvin, which it is currently not. But that's just because we're generating too much heat. It is connected to a thermo. So yeah, we'll fix that. I'll probably just keep my suit on for now. Alright. Toe brace. Release. Martius, thank you for the resub. Oh, undock? Yes, that's what I need to do. Okay, we are sitting right next to another Derelict. Hopefully it's not a meat-infested pirate haven or something. And it has coolers instead. And with all that we've added to our ship, I still don't feel like I need more thrusters. Our we can pull like maybe 1.5 Gs. It wouldn't be terrible to have a little bit more oomph at some point, but it's not really high up on my priority at the moment. Okay, we're probably here. That was quick. This is the A8E. Is that like Elon Musk's kid? I'm gonna say yes. Although, I don't know if I want to be docking with a child. So no, I take it back. Whoa! Didn't realize I was still under time acceleration. Wow, that was terrible, worst docking I've ever done. It's not big. Oh, it's big. No, I take it back. Lunamax, Titan Max. That'll work. Okay, let's cycle through the overlays. So, there's meat. There's definitely meat. And there's some eyeballs. We did want an eyeball. There's a cryo tank. But the cryo tanks aren't actually worth very much. There's nav. It's broken. The reactor room that looks blown up. Or actually, reactor room, rather. It's not blown up, but it's not great. So there's a broken cooler, which we can try to get working. And that is all that we're going to want. Oh, there's 2 coolers. Yep, let's go. Get these coolers up and running ASAP so that our sauna boat can chill. I didn't bring the katana with me, but I'll grab it soon. Cheers. Now, trying to get to the other cooler is a little sketchy. I might be able to uninstall it from the outside of the ship where the meat hasn't infested. That would be nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uninstall it and then repair it, because I don't really want to be standing around here. Apparently my character is like refusing to uninstall it. Because the meat really is kind of in the way, isn't it? Unable to comply. Yeah, I might not really be able to do very much. Meat, because of the meat. Can I install the walls from the outside? Yeah, but if I did that, it would allow the meat to spread towards me. So, it's a problem in a different way. So the thing we'll do is I'll just like poke around some of the crates in here to see if there's any visor views or anything like that, and then be on my way. I don't really want to press my luck, because like coolers are cheap and everywhere, and I don't need to die for something that is abundant. That would be dumb. So I'm just looking to see if there's any cool cartridges chilling in the bins. There's no PDAs that I could tell. Get an eyeball? Yeah, well, we'll see. Pun unintended. As I laugh to myself about that. Is there an easy eyeball to get? So there's an eyeball there. Yeah, let's do it. I'm already, like, unhygienic. Stop running off, man. Stop. Go back. Go. Where are you going? What are you doing? Eric. Eric? Where's the... Oh, am I uninstalling it now? Oh, God. I don't want to be standing here to do that. Because the meat's gonna kill me. If I can kill the meat off of it, I can... Oh, yeah, here we go. Uninstall. There is, like, meat creeping up my, my backside. Let's kill this meat, and then I can grab it. Run! Alright, we'll go back for the eyeball once I catch my breath. But these extra coolers are going to be really nice. I'll install... Do I have a thermostat? O2, N2... Thermal. Yeah, I'll install both the coolers in the fusion room. That should help out a lot. The drop, repair. I also, the eyeballs move. I don't see any eyeballs anymore. So what I could do is just like restore the coolers, start cooling down my ship, and wait for an eyeball to merge. So what does an eyeball do, and why do I want it? Bit spoilers, but it's part of a quest line, is the long and short of it. Maybe there is like the least obtrusive. Why can't I install it here? Why isn't it just not letting me click? Install? Oh, do I need... No, that's walkable. I don't think it's the wall light. I might be standing in the way? Maybe. Oh, because the vent takes up physical space. That's why I wanted to put it back there. I might need to push out the walls of the reactor one. Meaning I need to go back to the Malady where I was. I think that's probably what I need to do. Basically to push these walls out, like 3 walls out or 4 walls out one, so that I can fit and stand around it. What I can do in the meantime is install these somewhere else and hook them up to the thermostat in the rest of the ship, just so the ship gets to be like livable temp. It's almost down to livable temp, but that's like with my reactor off. So I'd want it to be livable temp, you know, with reactor on. Okay, cooler will be drawn off of this thermostat. And then the other cooler, same deal. So now I have 3 coolers in the main cabin, and that should bring the... Oh, God, why is the temperature... No, the temperature is dramatically falling. It's already fallen a degree, which is pretty fast. Okay, eyeballs. I don't see any. I see horns and hooves, but no eyes. I should have jumped on it when I saw eyeballs. I mean, I can wait for the meat to kind of like do stuff. So what I'll don't auto restore the scrap. That's fine. I didn't want, I guess I don't have pressure pants to be ruined. So I'll do some like automatic, oh, there we go, there we go. Did the eyeball disappear? I think it just, it got nuked from being nested. Bummer, because I don't see it anywhere. Okay, I'll just keep auto-tasking until another eyeball pops up. I could always just go to another derelict. I'm leaning towards that. Oh, check the bin? Yeah, I guess it could have gone. There was not a bin close by, but... No, didn't go in the bins. Come on, auto-task. Go. Go. Character's being a little dumb. There's plenty of things to restore back on the ship, but I'm just standing around doing nothing. So now it's 298k. Far better. Check the conduit stack in the corner. It's meat underneath with a horn. It's not in that, like, I don't see it in any of the stacks. I think the eyeball just didn't generate. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ostranauts.